Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is today's tarot for all signs for Tuesday, the 16th of April, 2024. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. We drink coffee. We play with tarot cards in there. I also give 1-question readings in there as well, which you can book in for at any time on my website, BeHealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. I also offer private readings from my website, BeHealing.com. I get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them, often within 24 hours if you're ordering them. If you're interested in that, you'll find a link for that in the description box below and also up there too. There's 2 ways in which to win one of those private readings with me every single month. The first way is by being a subscriber to my channel, clicking like on this video, and then leaving a comment. That'll get you 1 entry in. Do that as many times as you like on all my videos, including my shorts throughout the month, and it'll get you many entries in. The second way is by checking out my pick a card reads here, and if you purchase the deeper dives to those extended readings, that'll get you entered into the second draw. So good luck with winning those. Now, what's on the energies for everybody today? The Noble One, doing the right thing. The card of doing the right thing. Okay. We did have some dodgy energy yesterday about like in a toddler having a tantrum. You might be realizing and doing the right thing today. Got meditation and adventure as well. Very good time to meditate at the moment. I mean, always a good time to meditate and get clarity and get connected. But especially when things are bugging us, you know, bugging our mind. Anyway, there's adventure there as well. So, and journey. Half the treasure is the journey on the path to finding it. So whatever's going on for you at the moment, you're becoming, and you're learning a lot, and you're becoming different. And life is all about our growth. We don't take anything with us. I was going to say we don't leave anything behind. We don't take anything with us apart from our consciousness. It's the only thing that goes with us. So who we've become and what we've learned, it goes with us. So that's really what it's all about. It's not about this stuff here on this planet. You can often make it about that, but it's not. So the joys in the journey, and challenges is where we grow the most, right? Queen of Pentacles. Our stability, our success, our stability, our queen. Queen of Swords. Oh, we're having all the queens today, are we? Our boundaries, sometimes putting our feelings second place and being logical, using our minds, being clear on things. Queen of Swords, it's often about boundaries. What else? Tower. Oh no. Da, da, da. The universe steps in to make something happen or something falls apart. It's almost forcing our hand to look at something. So the Tower comes when we have been getting guidance and we've been ignoring the guidance. Or perhaps we've been following the guidance, but it's not been too clear to us. So the universe goes, she's not really getting it here. Let's make sure that she gets it this time. In the Tower moment, it can be something falling apart, but it could just be something like with exaggerated evidence, so that you can't miss it this time. You know, I was, years ago, in various relationships, romantic relationships, I wouldn't get into them often, but, you know, there'd be like a year-long relationship, and then a 6-year relationship, and then a year-long relationship, like that. And each time I hadn't been realizing that I was overgiving in relationships and choosing people that really weren't available to give me a lot in a relationship. I hadn't noticed because I wasn't prioritizing myself. I was prioritizing them in relationships. And so this kind of went on until a Tower moment when I got involved with this guy, and it was just like the epitome of selfishness. It's like literally if he had to do anything for me, he'd complain about it so much. And he would say things like, no one would ever do that for you. You know, if I'd somehow managed to catch him out and get him to do something for me, it's like no one else would do anything for you. It was just so obvious, and to me, the dynamics that was going on, that it showed me what I was doing more subtly in the other relationships. It's almost like it needed to be blown out of proportion to me for me to see it clearly. And now I see it in the nuance now. But the Tower can happen like that. It's like sometimes we need it to be blown up out of proportion so that we can actually see what these dynamics are. We've got the Strength card, need for strength and courage. Okay, let's get into this then. The Queen of Pentacles, it's about our coin and our stability. What's going on here? Five of Emotions, Four of Materials, 10 of Materials, 9 of Materials. Okay, so the Five of Emotions is about opening our heart back up again. Perhaps we become a bit frosty. Four of Materials is the card of saving, keeping our coin for ourselves. The 9 of Materials to the 10 of Materials. The 9 of Materials is when you're single and independent and things are working for you. The 10 of Materials is when you bring someone else in on it as well, to build something with someone else. So you might be opening your heart to a relationship here, but this Four of Materials, if you have been an overgiver in relationships, you need to save your own coin and it be about yourself, not be so giving. So if you find that you've got into relationships before and it's like, what is mine is theirs, and I'll just spend all my money on them, and it's like, hang on a minute, they're not doing the same thing. And it's, you could be needing to notice that. Queen of Pentacles is about your stability in your coin, and don't spend everything on someone else. Don't do it. It's a sign that you're leaving yourself out. It's all good is behind that. So there might be a similar dynamic being shown up, or some kind of dynamic about how you've been overgiving showing up today. Queen of Swords, and you need to have boundaries. Yes, manifesting that. Queen of Voices. So what you're manifesting is going to perhaps not work out in the way that you think it would work out, but remember what I said, it's not about the material stuff on this planet, it's about your growth. What you are manifesting instead is kind of a lesson in boundaries. So it is about you learning, oh, this is actually mine and I don't need to be offering too much in this situation. It's about money. So yeah, if you're super, super generous, I know I am, like I'm a super generous person and I still am, even when I've got no money. It's weird. It's like I'm holding the energy of an abundant person even when I've got no money, and then I'll be generous and it's like I've got this when I shouldn't have got this because I've hardly got any money and it's my time to receive, you know. So there's something about money and your stability here, and about being too generous or paying up, I don't know, the Tower. So the universe is blowing it all out of proportion so that you can see it. This is not that you've manifested everything going wrong because you're a bad person or whatever. The universe is just trying to give you better clues because you haven't been seeing the clues. The Page of Emotions, it's about you being overly positive about things. And the Devil. And the fears, it's coming from fear, right? So about money, when you are in lack but you're still trying to be generous, that can come from a belief that you need to be generous in order to get the laws of attraction, laws of abundance working for you, even though you haven't got much. Now I have found that it's quite the opposite. It's more about the Four of Pentacles, about, well, you need to save. If you don't have much, you need to save, and you need to be receiving. You need to put yourself first to get your stability, right? So it could have something to do with that. The Page of Emotions is the person that's in the fantasy. The Devil is all about fears. So fears could be running you and having you doing like positive things or thinking positive things when you're actually in a negative situation, and that needs to be faced. Life is positive and negative, and if we don't notice the negatives, we try and ignore them. It's like, oh, that's not happening. Sticking our head in the sand, it's going to bite us on the bum, and it's going to have a really negative effect in our lives. We cannot ignore the negative things. We live in a polarized world, and we need to be in reality and see it for what it is, and say no to the things that are bad for us, and say yes to the things that are good for us. So there's a retreat energy here. You need to pull away from something that's not being good for you. Be strong, courageous, the Strength card says. Why? Five of Inspiration and the Fool. To reach higher and to step into something new. Courageous again with the Fool card. So be courageous and reach high. You deserve better than this. Sometimes we don't see how it's us that are creating these situations. We might be thinking, but I'm fine, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm just waiting for someone else generous to come along. And it's like, oh girl, but you're not generous, you're dysfunctional. You're waiting for someone else dysfunctional to come along? That's really not what you want here. So the universe is providing you an example, clues. There's grounding behind that. And again, that reality, you know, it's a dose of reality today. That's what I'm going to call it, a dose of reality. What about our love lives? Are we getting a dose of reality in our love lives today? Oh no, it could be about our love lives for some of you. But some of you, you know, if you've got this going on, it'll be going on in every part of your life. It'll be going on with friendships. It'll be going on with all kinds of things. Love life, work. Love life today, we've got, look deep within your heart, you'll feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. And I'm feeling a universal love there. Our guides really do love us, you know, in these tower moments. It's not punishment. It's clues. It's clues. Reveal what needs to be seen. Oh, it's time to face things and perhaps speak up for yourself as well. Patience and spark. You might be having a spark with someone but need patience for that to develop into something more. The pieces don't fit. It might be a problem. It could be a matter of timing as well, and disillusionment. It could be a matter of timing, so your pieces might not fit with someone that you've got a spark with at the moment. It might, you know, lives are complicated. There's a lot going on in our lives, and some of the pieces might not fit. And so you might be disillusioned with that, like, really, universe, is there no one that like fits in with my life, that there's an attraction, spark, and compatibility, and ready for a relationship, and all of it, you know? It does seem to be elusive for many of us, where all those pieces fit together, you know? And we're not looking for perfection, but there are some things that are fundamentally green lights for relationships, and if they're not there, it's a no-go. Butterfly, change for the better. Bat, take care. Enemies are working against you. Cord cutting, yes, today. Do a cord cutting. Get yourself an energy healing, or do a cord cutting. If you know how to do that on yourself, do it. Because enemies, people that are still in your energy system could be pulling you down. Crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. And carrot, opportunity or windfall. Nice. Okay, well, think of a yes or no answer question, because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly for our answer, but it's just a bit of fun. Because this is a general reading, not a personal reading. If you want me to pull crystals out of my bag for a specific question or questions that you've got, you can do one of two things. You can either book in for a one-question reading on my website, behealing.com. Find a link for that in the description box below, and also up there too. Or if you want something more, if you've got a few questions, or you want a lot of detail and guidance, and perhaps to add an energy healing onto it, reduced price as well, you might want to get one of my private readings. I'll pop a link for that in the description box below, and also up there too. So how best to deal with these energies today? The Sun card, making your inner child happy, making yourself happy. Think about your happiness first, and rather than other people's happiness first. Now, when we make other people happy, it does make us a bit happy too, but it can get us into dysfunctional ways, and I think it's time to look at that today. So think of a yes or no answer question now, and pause the video if you're not ready for your answer. I've got itchy nose. Your answer is no. It's the ruby. Don't do it. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click that subscribe button if you're new, and leave a comment. That'll get you an entry into that prize draw for a free reading with me at the end of the month. I do one of these today's tarot every single day of the year. I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. Come along sometime. I'd love to virtually meet you and have coffee with you and play with cards and perhaps read for you as well. And I make 3 Love Picker card reads a week as well. You can find one of those right there, right now, and watch that next if you want. I was forgetting where it was then. Have the best day ever, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.